Okay, welcome back guys. Today's lesson is going to be on the rocker turn. If you remember previously we talked about 3-turn and brackets, so I would go back and look at those turns first and master them because this is a little bit more of an advanced turn. The rocker turn, we're going to talk about the circle shape, we're going to talk about the edges involved, and we're also going to talk about the weight transfer and where your weight should be on the blade as you do the turn. If we remember when we did the 3-turn and the bracket turns, we stayed on the same circle. So I'll do a 3-turn just to demonstrate. I'm on this circle and I turned and I stayed on the same circle. When we did a bracket, it was the exact same, but we turned the opposite way. I turned in the opposite direction, but I stayed on the same circle. So now that we're moving on to the rocker turn, one thing you have to remember is that circle changes. So we enter on one circle, and then when we do the turn, we are on a new circle. Okay? I'm going to demonstrate the left forward outside rocker. That means I'm on the left foot and I'm leading into it with an outside edge. Okay. As you can see, I ended up going in on this circle, and when I did the turn, I now went on a new circle. So that part's definitely important for the rocker. Now let's talk about the edges. So like I said, I was on the outside edge. When I turned, then I was also on an outside edge. So in the rocker, we don't change edges. We go either outside to outside or inside to inside. I'm going to demonstrate an inside rocker on my right foot, and you can see that I stay on inside edges both times. Inside edge and an inside edge. Okay, so we talked about the circle shape. We talked about that you have to stay on the same edge if you're doing inside or outside. And now we're going to talk about where the weight should be on the blade. So anytime I'm going to reiterate, just like on the 3-turn the bracket, on a rocker, same thing. We enter into the turn and we bend our knees. Then as we're doing the turn, we rise up. Then as we're done the turn, we press back down. So it's always down, up, down for the smoothest type of turn. Okay, so when I did the rocker, let's say the left forward outside, I'm starting with my weight slightly back on the blade. Then I'm pressing. Now as I do the turn, I rise up, almost like I'm going up to my toe. And then I'm on that outside edge and I press back down in my knee. Okay? I'm going to demonstrate that left forward outside rocker one more time. So bend, rise, and bend. Okay? So if you remember those things about the rocker turn, you'll get a lot better at it. One other thing you could do is really use your shoulders to help you go into the turn and then check. What do I mean by check? Well, when I did the left forward outside, I want my shoulders to go into the circle. And then as I rise up and turn, I need to press that shoulder and hip back so I stay on an outside edge. If I don't press that shoulder and hip back, I'm going to end up going on an inside edge. I'm going to do this. I'm going to stay on the same circle on an inside. But remember, I want to change to a new circle. So really got to press that shoulder back and the hip back after you've done the turn. So far we've only talked about the forward outside and the forward inside rocker. I just want to briefly go over the outside one in case you want to work on those as well. Follow the same rules. You're changing circles, you're staying on the same edge, and you're winding up with the shoulders and then checking afterwards, okay? So let's pick right, backward, outside rocker. So I'm going to go on my right foot. I'm going to go on my outside edge. That means my circle's got to be this way. So now I know I got to change circle. Right now I'm on a circle this way. So my new turn will be on a circle that way, okay? Now which way do I turn? Well, naturally when you go on an outside edge and you wind up, your shoulders go in this direction. So you're just going to let your shoulders go that way and then turn and check your shoulders. Okay? So I'm going to do that one without talking. Okay? So as you saw, I went on an outside edge on a new circle. Okay, I wound up my shoulders the way they wanted to go, and then I rose up. Oh, by the way, when you were skating backwards, our weight is generally on the ball of the foot. Just like the other videos I talked about, backwards, your weight is on the ball. So you're on the ball, you rise up through the knee, and then press back down. And my shoulders check. In skating, check always means you stop your shoulders from over rotating. Okay, so I went in, wound up, and check. That was the backward outside rocker. I'm just going to quickly go over back inside. So back inside, we're going to end up on a inside. Inside to inside, changing circle. Let's do left foot this time. So we're going to go left, backward, inside. Okay. So again, which way do you wind up the shoulders? I always tell my skater just to wind up the way they feel more naturally comfortable holding that inside edge. It would be this way. Okay? And then you turn in that direction. But change circle. And go on a new circle on your inside edge. Okay? Okay. Well, have fun. Go practice that and you'll get better at your rockers in no time. Thanks, guys.